Lights, camera, action.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Charles. I am back and welcome back. I'm going to review Married at First Sight Season 20, Episode 2 and 3. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to give my synopsis of these episodes by going couple by couple. I will give episodes 4 through 6 individually. So let's get this started. All right, Marissa and Adam, she recognizes this man. He said they met at a bar 2 years ago. They exchanged numbers, but no one contacted each other. So now here we are. They're getting married. They said their vows, they kissed, and all was good. Adam says his support system, his parents, they're not there because they're in Indonesia, or did he say Ecuador, or did he say the equator? I don't pay that much attention to Adam because I believe he's not truthful and he's an asshole. And I believe his parents might believe the same thing I do. And I believe his grandmother may think the same because grandma said, I'm not getting on a plane, not coming to this wedding. And his sister, who is right there in Seattle, I think she said she'd rather watch the paint dry. Don't nobody want to deal with Adam. Adam's an asshole, remember? Okay, so the reception went well. Adam put on one of his piano concerts. I'm pretty sure that he did more than 16 minutes. Remember, with the Bachelor get together, he did 16 minutes because Nick was like, really? He's got to do all that. Anyway, that's all I got for them on this episode. Adam is also very impressed with Adam, and I'm not. So we're going to go to our next couple, Felipe and Tori. They're at reception. Felipe's, I'm sorry, Tori's sister. She's the maid of honor, and she gave her a speech, and she said, "Please take care of my sister. My sister's a great person." Adam's best man. He says Felipe is a party dude, has an inflated ego, but he's a very loving and caring guy. Felipe's sister gives a speech, and she said, "I'm shocked he's getting married. He is a dance machine." Felipe and his mom are dancing. His mom looks awfully young. To right now, this couple seems to be very into each other, and this is a good thing for Married at First Sight. Let's go over to Belle Jolie and Mecca. Belle Jolie, whatever her name is. I might just start calling her Belle. The reception. They're at the reception. And who do we start with? We start with Logic questioning Belle about making Mecca kiss her on the cheek. Then he asked her how she rates his son, and she said 9 out of 10. He appeared shocked or I don't know what his reaction was. I'm not a fan of Logic right now. He does a little bit too much, and he is giving me a creepy vibe that, are you trying to holler at Belle? This is your son's wife, man. Ooh, he probably has no boundaries when it comes to Mecca's female friends. I can ooh, anyway, I'm going to go to my next comment. We're going to go to the scene where Mecca's talking to his groomsmen. Um he is acting like he's hurt because she gave him a kiss on the cheek. Mecca, but we can understand how Mecca reacts to things. His daddy is Logic, but his boys, they say, "Man, calm down. It's not that serious." Okay. Then he starts talking about the hotel night, like what's going to happen at the hotel tonight. Mecca, what did Logic do to you? So, I'm gonna have to give him a little leeway because Logic is his daddy. Okay, so our next scene with them, we see Belle talking to, I think this is her sister. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I didn't type down who she was, but she's telling her, you know, they're going to slow walk. She's going to slow walk this relationship. Then Logic gives a very cringy toast, more like a roast, all about the negative things about his son Mecca, all his failures, the boxing and basketball. And in the background, Belle is saying, hey, come on now. Come on, come on. That's enough about my husband. What is going on with Logic? Ooh. Anyway, I hope they don't show him anymore this season because he seems to be a big problem. And whatever we find out about Mecca, I'm pretty sure is because of Logic. So Belle's mom, Violent, 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 gives a toast. She says Belle likes to eat, keep her fed, and stay encouraged. She seems to be a very nice lady. Belle is telling her friends that she's going to slow walk this marriage. So tonight it's going to be cuddle and sleep. That is her plan. On the other side, Logic, the clown, the dad, is telling Mecca, hey, it looked like you had an erection at the altar. Mecca is like, what, man? Why are you saying that? What is wrong with Logic, you all? Somebody tell me. Anything stupid that that Mecca does going forward, it's Logic's fault. I'm going to go ahead and blame him. So we're on to a new couple, Nick and Courtney. Courtney is a bodybuilder. She says she's 28. Nick plays lacrosse. Courtney wants a man that drinks, not a drunk, not very religious. She doesn't want to go to church every Sunday. Conservative, not liberal. And she wants somebody who celebrates Christmas. It sounds like she doesn't want a man that's Jewish. Okay? So Nick says he's liberal but leans more conservative. Courtney says she's been cheated on in the past and does not want to be hurt. Nick is also a reality star. He's been on a show called The Circle and The Perfect Match. I think they even said something called The Ultimatum. None of these shows I've ever watched, but I think they're all dating shows. He also has a tech job. I think Seattle is tech heaven. Okay, I think most people do have tech jobs in Seattle, which is a good thing. He wants to be in love. That's what he says. He's gonna find it on these reality shows, I guess. The expert, Paul, challenges Courtney on her conservativeness. That's a made up word. I think I just made it up. He asks her about January the 6th. Let me see how conservative you are. What do you think about January the 6th? So Courtney feigns stupidity. Well, remind me what happened that day. Yeah, remind us that you're 28 also, okay? Anyway, on to the wedding. When Nick is coming down the aisle, her girls seem very, very impressed and say he looks like Tom Brady. I think they're drunk, but it's okay. It's all good. They get married and like each other. Courtney says in a confessional that she could tell by the look in his eye that he is going to be committed to her. Okay, girl. So at the reception, Nick's twin brother gives a speech. He made a joke about Nick being on a reality show, on a lot of reality shows, and then he said he was even on RuPaul's Drag Race. So Courtney and her girls, they're like, "Oh, that's great. We like race cars." These conservative bras don't even know anything about what RuPaul or RuPaul's Drag Race is. So that joke didn't quite hit the way Nick's twin brother thought it would. So Courtney is slightly questioning his reality show obsession, but right now she is going to drink and have fun. And I'm talking about she is double fisting the drinks. Next we got Michelle and Cameron. Michelle's a very cute Asian lady. She found out at 26 that she had fibroids. Because of that, she got her eggs frozen. She's being proactive because she wants to be a mom, wants to have kids. Cameron, a 6'7", long neck. His neck is very long. Basketball coach. He coaches community college basketball. I think that he was a professional player before. I think not in America though. I think in Canada. I am not sure. I may be making this up, but I think they did say he was a professional basketball player. Michelle is very sensitive. She seems to cry an awful lot, and she has a voice that is going to make me fast forward through her scenes because she sounds like she talks like that with that Kim Kardashian stuff. I don't like that. It's not cute. It's just annoying as whining. Michelle's family is funny and they're cute. I think it was the grandmother or the mother said that she knew she was in love with her husband when she met him and he was tall. Um, Michelle's dad is camera shy, but he gave her a sweet letter and said at the end, "Don't forget you're Vietnamese." She pulled up to her wedding in a horse and carriage. Dr. Sean and Nikki. Oh my God, I might need some water for Dr. Sean and Nikki. Excuse me, you all. Whew. Dr. Sean is an overachiever. He's a preacher's kid. He has achieved every goal he set out for himself. He wants children. He will be excited to make a honeymoon baby. Um, Dr. Sean gives a serious "I'm fighting that I'm gay" vibe, okay? He really probably signed up to this show so he can quickly get a woman and quickly get some woman sex and make a baby. That's my theory. First, this is my first reaction to Dr. Sean. He said he was a virgin till he was 21 and did not go in again for sex until he was 29. I think I know why. He is 5'6" and likes tall women. Of course you do, Shorty. So Nikki is an HR leader. She likes her men 6 feet and over. She calls herself a sapiosexual. I think that's a person that's attracted to uh, somebody's intelligence. She makes 250 to 350. Is it just 300,000 per year? She wants a partner that makes at least 250. The expert Paul said, "Really?" She said, "Yes, really." He tried to give the HR leader salary statistics. She said, "I know this." And he said, "So you sure 250?" She said, "I said 250, but I'll break it down and go for 200. 200,000 is my basement. That's what I'm going for." Okay, so right at the wedding, we're at the wedding now, and they give the gift exchanges. I'm not very I can't remember what she gave him, but he gave her his wedding ring. And her girlfriends were pretty impressed because the wedding ring seems like the man had large fingers. That doesn't mean he's tall. Anyway, they were like, "Oh, he has big fingers." Okay, so time for the wedding. Sean skips down the aisle and gets the crowd very excited. Okay, and Nikki comes down, and of course, he is smitten when he sees her. She is hoping that that's Pastor Cal at the standing there. I'm pretty sure she's smiling like, "Oh, they put Pastor Cal up there." Okay. So when she gets up front, she's asking, "Now, do I stand here and wait for my groom?" The officiant said, "No, that's your groom right there, right in front of you. This guy right here
Episode
in the
3.
brown
I
tuxedo."
think I gave
And
a
that
bit
was the
of
end of
episode
the
3
episode.
at the ending of episode 2. My bad. So let's do this. Sean and Nikki's wedding. Um, it's a bunch of beautiful black people at this wedding. Sean has the great energy, meeting the family, introducing himself. Nikki comes down the aisle. Nikki gives her mom a kiss or a hug. She walks up to the altar and she says, "Okay, so what do I do? I just stand here and wait for my husband?" Officiant, "Nikki, meet your husband." "This is not Dr. Cal, girl. This is your man. We got you a full 5'6" miniature of Dr. Cal. I know you said your preference was a 6 feet tall, 200K. Maybe this one has 200K, but he does not have the height. And Nikki, girl, put that smile on your face and make this work. Bride, meet your groom. Groom, meet your bride. And we're off. They get married. They tell each other about each other. And One thing that Dr. Sean said was his daddy always called him a doctor when he was a little boy. And guess what? I'm a doctor now. I do. Let's jump the broom. All right. Our next couple that we're going to meet, Caitlin and Devin. Caitlin and Devin. Devin is a rugby player. Caitlin works from home and also has some. I think she's a psych. She has a cycle business, and when you're on the cycles at the gym, she is a she has a cycle instruction business. She has another business. She works from home. She has all her favorite things are now her career. All right. She likes big, strong men, like football players, and she actually named the football player that she likes. Of course, you know me. I didn't type his name down, but he's a big, good-looking guy. Um, Devin is not a fan of his daddy at all. His daddy abandoned his mom with him and his brother, and he doesn't want to be anything like him. Nikki wants kids and to be a wife. She has been in every type of toxic relationship there is. Wedding day. Her dad is very vocal about how he is not a fan of this situation. He is not into this TV thing. He don't want to give his daughter away to somebody that he doesn't know and she doesn't know. But I'm here for my daughter because I love her and I'm a supporter. But I'm also going to continue to verbalize how I don't like this. I don't like these people. I'm talking crap every minute I get. Okay? When Sean comes in, not Sean. Oh, girl, God. When Devin comes in, we see his grandmom and his mom. His grandmom gives him this long hug, and she loves her grandson. Tells him about a note that she found that she wrote to herself, or I'm not sure how she found this note or letter, but it was saying that he is going to be a successful, famous person, something like that. Please remember, I don't type everything down, so some things I'm trying to go from memory, but she did say she wrote something wonderful down about him, and here it is. All right. Um, he walks down the aisle. He has on shades on top of his head. Maybe he forgot they're there. Okay. Um, the funny thing is, right before the wedding or right when he gets down the aisle, you know, Kayla dad, he jumps up. Hey, 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 hey. I just gotta say this. I am not into this. This is crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you marry my daughter, and I hope it turns out to be something amazing. I just have to express myself. Okay, Daddy, sit your cranky, crotchety ass down and let these people get married. And it looks like the funny thing is, they said, "Are you ready to do this?" He said, "Fuck yeah." And she said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this." Really? Okay. So it seems like they are on the same level. They have the same kind of personality. So far, that's what it seems like. And they like each other. The wedding goes off without any more further interruptions from old daddy. Do right. They go to the reception, they have a great time, and at the reception, Daddy interrupts again. I gotta say, I'm glad I came. I'm having a good time. You know, he is probably two shades to the wind. He likes Devin's family. Devin's family must be some serious party people because Daddy is into it now. He takes Devin to the side. They have a little heart to heart. Let him know, look, I am a very, very hands on, overprotective daddy. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you um be a husband to my daughter. But just believe me, if everything doesn't sound like she's happy and you're doing things wrong, I'm gonna be right there. That's basically what he said. I'm gonna be on your ass, okay? Honeymoon night, they seem to get along. Everything. They're not doing a whole lot in front of the cameras. It does seem like they're very compatible. So we're going to go ahead and switch to the next couple. Cameron and Michelle. We're at their reception. Michelle's brother is giving a toast. And I don't think these people understand that my bride sister doesn't know this groom, so I don't need to be giving out all the little information that he needs to find out on his own. But guess what? Old brother gave it up. My sister loves Disney. That's cool. The part that he didn't need to say was she likes to frequent the bars. She is at the bar so much that she's like Norm from Cheers. When she walks in, they say, "Hey, Michelle." I think that's something Cameron, with his 6'7" long neck ass, could have found out on his own, but no brother told it. And Cameron and Michelle, they're having their little conversations and they're talking. And she asked him about how come he's never been in a long-term relationship. She also told him that she usually goes for the wrong type of guy. And she said that her crush is Steph Curry. He is totally not Steph Curry, but they seem to like each other. And their honeymoon night, they look like they slept together. Not anything but sleep, but they shared a bed. And on to the next couple, Sean and Nikki. Sean and Nikki are at their reception. At the at the reception, her friends lie, I think, and say, "Y'all look good together, girl." Maybe it's not a lie. They might look good together, but this man is 5'6", okay? And she likes tall men. So, I understand if that you can be shallow with some things, They got everybody else a tall guy. Every one of these, and they got 7 couples this year. Every one of these brides have a tall man, taller than them at least. Okay, the tallest is little Michelle with the big 6'7" guy, but they could have got Nikki at least. The least, I'm saying, the least they could have did was get her someone tall, 6 feet. They could have went 5'10". They went 5'6". They playing in Nikki's face. So her friends say, "What do you think?" And she said, "I think this wine is good. What is it, Pinot Grigio?" Okay, he's talking to his uncle, and he says, "My past relationships, uncle, as you know, I move pretty fast." And the uncle, I know he's going through his brain like, "Did you have any past relationships?" Okay, well, look, nephew, relax and take it slow. Oh, oh, oh. That's my John Legend. So one thing that they show with this wedding that they didn't show with any of the other weddings is the garter toss. When the groom takes the garter off the bride's leg. And this is a pretty cringy scene, and I want to know why they decided to show Sean taking the garter off. They know exactly what we see about Sean, and that's why they're showing this. First of all, he is way over the top doing a whole lot. He's doing way too much. He totally reminds me of Andrew Caldwell. He's the guy that said, "I like women, 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 women. I am no longer gay." But this is who Sean is reminding me of. I'm trying to prove to y'all that I am this man and I'm an old freaking man too. So he's all up on her and she's like, "What you doing? Are you about to give me a lap dance?" He said, "No, I'm stretching right now." And they were playing Genuine Pony and he acts like a fool. And it was cringy and uncomfortable to view because y'all know it's the aesthetics. If Sean was a taller guy, more of a thorough, manly acting man, I probably wouldn't even be cringing. But if he's this little guy that's got a light voice and, ooh, okay, let me ease up off of Sean. At the hotel, their honeymoon suite, he is still doing way too much. They're talking about what they sleep in. And I think he said he usually sleeps in just bottoms. And she said, yeah, put a top on. You wear a shirt tonight. Then I think it was too cold or too hot in the room, and he goes over to the thermostat to adjust it for Nikki because she was complaining about whatever the temperature was. He said, ooh, 69, my favorite position. That's basically Nikki's reaction. Like, oh, okay, all right. She said she is not playing with him in these sexual innuendos. She goes to take her makeup off, and this is a playful moment for them. They're in a playful mood, and he asks for a kiss, and she said no, and stop asking me that. He jerks his neck and says, "Okay," and switches away. I think he jerked his neck, sucked his tongue, and said, "Okay," and walked away. Oh, she says, "Okay, it's okay for him to sleep in the bed." He said, "You know, you want me on the couch." I think this was the scene where he said that. He is too much, and we're going to go ahead to a new couple, Nick and Courtney. Nick and Courtney. Courtney and Nick. Remember, Courtney is the buff bodybuilder girl. She and Nick is the reality show guy. She asked his friends about his obsession with being on reality shows. I think they played it down. I was like, oh, it ain't that serious. He's not. He's not. He's looking for love. Okay, that's basically what they said. Courtney's mom. Ooh, this lady is ill. And her dad. They said they like Nick. That is all I got out of that scene. Let's go on over to my favorite person that I like to clown, Adam and Marissa. Adam is having a jet ski conversation. Of course, Adam asked Marissa what were her first thoughts, and she said, well, your smile is what made me recognize you. Adam is an honeymoon suite. He's very confident about being naked and showing his body to his bride because Adam is very impressed with Adam. Adam is the perfect everything to Adam. So we don't have no problem walking around this room butt naked. Or however she wants to see all this, she gonna see it because it is all that per Adam. Now we're on to Mecca and Beljolet bonding on their parent issues. She told him about a punk ass daddy, and he told her about his sorry ass mama. Mama abandoning him and her daddy, not being in her life till she was 21. They discussed fears. She says she has none. Mecca says, what if I present something weird? He came up with some mild content like brushing his teeth in the shower. She said, that's not weird. I do that too. And then we all know that Mecca is going to eventually let her know how weird he really is. Remember, people, Mecca was raised by Logic, and we saw how Logic acted in front of complete strangers and cameras. So we know Mecca got some deep rooted something that's about to pop out on us, and we're here for it. Get the cameras rolling. Next couple and the last couple I'm going to talk about is Felipe and Tori. She thinks that her groom is hot, and that's what he needs her to think. She thinks he's hot. They're very happy with each other, and he wants her to fall for him. And that is all I got for episode 3. Thank you for joining me. Please like, comment, and share. I will be back in front of the cameras for episodes 4, 5, and 6. Thank you all. It's your girl, Cheryl's. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye bye.